Here's our front bedroom. We just ripped out all the carpet. So this is what was under the floor. And there was actually 2 layers of carpet on here. Brown carpet, I didn't get a picture of that, and then yellow carpet, and then padding that you could see the padding's kind of stuck to the floor, so we got to clean all that. And there's staples in the floor. And this, carpet edging staple. I don't know what you call it. That holds the carpet down. We got to get that up too. And this is our front bedroom, the front bathroom. We just put a brand new toilet in. Put a new shut-off valve in there. And I didn't have the camera out to show that situation, but it was very interesting. But we got it in perfect, and we painted and hung some pictures. And this is still the old sink and faucet. And we'll hopefully end up taking that out too, putting something new in there. But actually, for as old as it is, which is 66, doesn't look too bad. Bedroom, bathroom. So this is the floor before, and I didn't get a chance to show you the carpet, but like I said, 2 layers of carpet and padding, but the padding was just all disintegrated. So this is our little front bedroom that we're redoing, and the bathroom, and so far it's coming out good. And this tile or linoleum got all this was underneath the tile. That carpet edging stuff with the staples all in it, had nails all in it, so we got that up around anyway. All the corners. The door handles here are pretty old and beat up, and if you pull on this door, see how the hinge is busted off of there, and there's another old hinge up there that's kind of been painted. So I'm gonna redo the hinges on the door, and got some new door handles, and I'm gonna do the same with this one. You can see the door handles here. I should get another little door stop. I didn't think about that. That'll probably change out too. See that little door stop? It's pretty messed up. The handle, they function, but they're just old. And those hinges there, not really broke, but the pins are starting to come out. And they're painted up too, so we're going to put the new hinges and try to get the door looking a little better. Probably get a door stop of some kind. Got a little metal weight there and you can see this door stop thing here is just busted completely off. So of course it's making a mark in there already, even though we're careful. And I got some new handles for here, just to spruce these up. Those have been painted white, so there's 2 there, as you can see. 2 here and 2 here that I'm going to change out, so that'll make it a little nicer. Oh, and there's one here, this handle. Change that out, so we'll see how that looks. Hopefully it'll look good. Challenge with this door. Yeah, just trying to put new hinges on. You see there's a new hinge there. There's a new hinge there. The old hinges are right here, and you can't find these hinges anywhere, of course, because they're probably from 1966. So I got some new hinges that I thought were pretty similar in size and everything, and thought I could just drill some new holes and line them up kind of where they were. And I've never, this is my first having to replace hinges. I've never really messed with hinges before. So, let's see, let me move this thing. As you close the door, it stops, of course, where the hinges are hitting each other. So, with my research that I did, you have to chisel these out and have them lay inside the door. You know, chisel out the wood about the same width as the hinge on the door and the door jamb. Get them to fit in there so they'll close. They're pretty much lined up. You know, the door's lined up good, but they're hitting the hinge and won't close. So I was like, wow, that's weird. They didn't have them chiseled out, you know, these hinges. But see, when you close these hinges go right inside the hinge. So these are definitely a unique hinge that I couldn't find, you know, in this area anyways, around the store. You might find them at a antique or I don't know. But anyways, I took the hinges off. The reason I did is this one was broken, which was on the bottom of the door. So when you go to close the door, it would just come off of it. So I thought, well, we need to change that while we're redoing the bedroom. So I had to get some new tools to add to my tools that I already have. Some chisels, straight edge, so I can chisel out a straight line. So these are the new hinges side by side from the old ones. You can see this one's broken, no longer works. This one is good. If I had one more that was like this, simple job. But as you can see, these are pretty close, a little bit smaller, actually quite a bit smaller, but I'm going to try to get these to work. That way I have some room for error if they don't, but I have a feeling these might work. Well, I went ahead and chiseled the top one out. I checked to see this will fit in there, and it actually closes and fits in there snug. So I'm thinking maybe that I won't have to chisel the door jamb. I'm not sure. This is my first attempt with these hinges, but it's pretty flush right there, so I'm hoping I can get away with just chiseling the door. And I penciled out this one where I had it in the old ones in there, so I'm going to chisel that one out now. And just using a hammer and this chisel, and you just strike it on the edge with the straight edge out, on all sides, and strike it there, and then just turn it and hit the hammer and chisel those out. So that's what I did on the first one. So it went kind of deeper than I wanted to, but that might work out okay. I don't know, I'll have to see. Okay, I got the other side chiseled out pretty good where it fits right in there, pretty level, and with the holes that are in there. So I'm hoping just chiseling the door will work. And I chiseled this one, and I have a little piece of wood down there as a perfect height to set the door on. That puts a perfect height up here, so I didn't really need any shims, or I know a lot of people use shims to go under the door to lift it up, but I actually just set that right on that piece of wood, which is the same height, and it gives it a little space underneath because we're going to put carpet, and just enough on the top for a space. So I'm hoping I can put the hinges right in the door jamb without chiseling those, and just to chisel the door so the hinges fit flush in there on each side. So we'll see how that works out. Well, I got the chiseled out enough there. I don't know if you can see it, to fit both sides in there. You know, it's not the nicest looking job, I know that, but that one was broken, so I had to do something in the door jam. You know, this isn't a mobile home. The door does close now, and it latches. Got to push it a little bit. And it's pretty level as I could get it around the door. Closes perfect. So, I'm pretty stoked about that. So I just chiseled out the door enough to, you know, have the hinges. So that's an idea for anybody that's doing a door that doesn't want to chisel out the door jambs. You can just do the door just enough to have it close real nice and smooth. So successful on that. I'm going to do the handles so those look nicer. Well, this is what the door looked like once I took the door knobs off. Just has a little hole and 2 screws. This is, you know, drilled out good. This hole I won't have to do nothing with this. The new one fits in there. And then there's the back. So that hole is too small for the new knobs that I got. See these knobs? Which it'll fit, you know, this will fit in there. You know, I drilled out the holes and I can fit these holes. See how I drilled out those 2 holes to push it in? But then it stops right at this mechanism. Right here. See that mechanism in the middle? This one. So I'm going to have to drill the hole all the way out. So I went to Lowe's and got a tool to do that. Lowe's had a good everyday low price. I don't know if it was on sale or what, but this is what I'm going to use to drill out the holes to put the new door knobs on. So there's lots of videos on how to do this already. So I can't hold the camera and show you, but I'll show you the after. I might show the tool hooked up to here before I drill. I might be able to do that. So let's see. The new one fits in there real nice, so that looks much better than this old one that was on there. And this old handle. Okay, this is what this tool looks like out of the box. Got this little deal that clamps on to the door, like so. Take the middle part out. This is part of the new door jamb. That little part there, makes it a little nice, and then the screws. So these are the parts for the door. So of course this drills out the hole here, and they even give you the middle part if you need it to drill that out. Seems to be a little bit bigger than what's in there, but the middle mechanism fits in mine. Okay, so I probably won't need this, but just in case I do, I got it. And then of course the drill bit, and this goes right in there and screws right on. So simple, but makes it a lot easier. What they say to drill the holes in there. So let's see how this works. Where it's going to drill that hole perfect. It clamps down to the door with this, so it's pretty easy to use. Lined it up with the hole. I kind of even put this in here to make sure it's right in the hole there, just to line it up straight. So there's a little bit more on this side. You know, they didn't drill this hole with that tool, with this tool that I have, so this hole is going to be, but the bottom's right there and the top's right there, so it should line up perfect with this side. And then this is how it looks on this side. So Should line up perfectly, I hope. So I'm gonna drill this one out. I got this hooked up to the drill. I'm gonna drill this hole out. So I'm just gonna put it inside there. Since there's a hole already there for the drill to go in. Once I put it in there and drill it out. So that's the idea. Okay, I drilled that one out. And then I was just going to go ahead and drill this with it still on, but it doesn't seat in there, so I turn this around, and now I'm going to drill this one. Okay, so I just took the clamp off. Fits in there really nice. You just gotta, it's probably a good idea to turn it around once you do one hole, so you can see how it drilled it out perfectly. So it should line up perfect with this. If not, I have that other drill bit to drill that out. I didn't show you drilling because it's just pretty loud and you get the gist. I mean, once you fit it in there, it's real easy. It drills right out really, really nice. If you didn't have that, see how that just drills that out? Perfect. So that's pretty cool. Just drills it out perfect. This way you have a guide, because I tried to drill on this side without that guide and the drills, I mean, it was going all over the place, so I just turned it around, use that guide to drill, and it just holds it perfect. So worth it with that tool. So let's see how the knob fits in there. So I'm going to put the knobs through in the middle part and see how that works out. But looks like it's working out just great. Okay, that worked out pretty nicely. It does function. Closes. Got the door stop down there. And the door looks really nice. So that definitely helped cut the hole out of the door. And then I'm gonna get this out of here because it actually gives you a new one of these. So with a couple screws, might have to chisel out a little bit of this, but I'll put this in there too. And it was worth the tool because I have to do this door and I got to do that door over there. So with that tool there, definitely much easier. And I didn't have to drill out the middle, so I got this extra tool, but just in case I did, I had it, but the middle part fit perfect without, I had to chisel a little bit on the bottom here to get that to fit snug, and it's kind of has a little bit of a bigger opening, but it's okay. We'll be able to put a little paint in there to make that look cool, but real nice. Really nice handles. So let me do that middle part over there. This right here. See how that's all painted. That'll fit this way. Awesome. Well, looks like this door is good to go. I had to chisel out a little bit to get this to fit in there. And then the paint kind of chipped off a little, so we have to do a little touch up. That fit in there nice to match the door. And you just close it and it latches. So it's a real light hollow door. So it is in the bedroom, almost like a closet door. So okay, the new door stops, of course, are pretty easy. You know, you unscrew the old one, put on the new one. There's the new one. And then a good thing to do is I put some duct tape around the channel locks, so that way it doesn't scratch the finish, and it seemed to work really good. So just a little piece of duct tape wrapped around there, and then that way it won't scratch it. You can tighten that down. So that comes out real nice too. The old one was messed up. So when you open the door, it stops right there. Okay, so this is the other door. Kind of the same deal. Took the old doorknob off. There's 2 bolts in each side of that little round plate. 2 bolts, and then you unscrew the door jamb. It had a little screw in the handle. You unscrew that a little bit, and then you just unscrew it off. 2 screws here. This is a little tricky to get out because it's encased in there with paint and everything. So I just put a screwdriver through this and kind of jiggled it inside there, and it loosened it up. And you know, because if you take a screwdriver, then I just took X-Acto knife and cut around the paint so it would be a little easier. And then I was trying to take a screwdriver and pry it out, but it messes up the jamb here. So I put a screwdriver in here, moved it around, and it loaded that out. So just to let you know the trick of that. Okay, I got the hole drilled. Did the same thing as I did with the other. That was already drilled, so I just lined it up. There's the other hole. And I used the same tool. Just mounted this on like this for this side. And then as soon as I got through there and the drill was a little bit out on that side, and I just turned it around this way, drilled that side, lined it up. Works awesome. And just with that drill bit, so I just didn't show me drilling it through. It drills right through real easy. Just let the bit come out on the other side just a little bit, because you don't want this to go all the way through to this side, because it would split the wood out here. So do this side until the bit, you can see the bit coming out here, and then turn it around and do this side. So it comes out real nice. Okay, I got the new doorknobs on. This is good for now. All the hinges or the handles off the door in the bathroom too. That little cabinet we're going to put new, but we'll put them on after the carpet. So that's what it looks like before the carpet. So let's see what it looks like after. Good little space. Okay, I just got done laying all the carpet. So it's wall-to-wall carpet in here. There's a new heater vent. Plastic underneath, I'm not sure if that's going to work out or not because it kind of moves. I usually get the ones with the metal and it kind of forms in there, so I'm not sure if we're going to take that back. It's kind of settling in there, so maybe. So this is a carpet in the little cubby hole. So put it in the bathroom, all around the toilet. So I did a real nice job. The padding, there was no seam. This is all one piece. Guys were very professional from Lowe's. Very nice. Great customer service and did a really excellent job. The doors close. They rub a little bit on the carpet, but not too much. And we don't open and close them. The bathroom's a little tighter, but it'll still latch and it'll still close. So opens easier, and it's got the door stop. So it looks real nice. What do you think, Jess? You like the carpet? Huh? Much better, huh? Much more comfortable and warm. Put the new handles on the little drawers down here. So these are what those look like. So door's a little tight. Those are those two. So this came out pretty nice. It's just 2 screws. And then the one in here. So, see, there's just 2 screws that you undo. Little Phillips. Take the old ones off and screw. And actually, these screws came, some of them were long and some were short. The short ones fit perfect there. But the short ones didn't fit here and the long ones were too long. So I did have to cut them, and they had little sections in the screw to cut them with a hacksaw. So I just put it in my little vise outside and hacked it just enough, just a little section off, and then it fit perfect. So nice job. Now we're gonna put the rail, the bed rail in here for we're gonna put a full-size bed.